Pastor Jim here with the Rise Soul Center and the 5-Minute Manager. And what do I mean by 5-Minute Manager? Well, in this 5-minute video, I'm going to give you one little thing that's going to help you to manage the life that God's given you. And so in this video, we're going to learn that during this Lent season, how you can make the greatest impact in the lives of those around you, and also at the same time bring blessing upon blessing to your own life. And if you're ready to receive that, then stay with me this whole video and let's go do this. So I've titled this session Newness. Now, why would I title it Newness? I've titled it that for two reasons, and one I'm going to give you now, and the other is going to come in just a couple minutes here. But in Mark chapter 2, Jesus is asked this question about fasting. They're kind of questioning why his disciples don't fast. And whether he's talking about the disciples and the fact that he's present with them now, so there's no need for them to fast, or he's talking about a piece of cloth. Old and new cloth should not be mixed together, or new wine in old wineskins, and that you shouldn't pour it in there. What he's really getting at, what he's letting these people that are questioning him know, is that he brings the new. And what I mean by that is when Jesus comes, he brings newness. He brings new life. He brings new things. And so fasting, which is often associated with Lent, is really a separation from things in our life that keep us from drawing closer to God. And so during this Lent season, it would be wise for you to examine the very things in your life that perhaps you can separate from for spiritual purposes, right? And so perhaps it's technology and spend too much time on TV or the computer or on your phone. Maybe it's a bad habit, or maybe it's I can do without over here so that I have more dollars over here to bless others or ministries or my church. And so it's the self-examination. The Lent season is all about what can God take away from my life so that he can bring newness into it and there be blessings. There's so many blessings that come with fasting. It's a closer relationship with the Lord in prayer and some strengthening that goes on and a total dependency on our great God. And then what you'll find is a lot of times your focus comes off of self and you start to pour into other people. Question for you, when the clock turned midnight on New Year's Eve, did you expect God to do something new in your life this year? And yet if you were to do an examination of self, does your life look a lot like it did in 2023? And if that is the case, then perhaps I have been trying to mix the old with the new. And it's time for us to let go of some things so that the Lord could bring in something new. The second reason I titled this message Newness has to do with Paul. In the New Testament, when Paul would use the word newness, it was often associated with these things: resurrection, new life, and new things. Now, before there can be any of that, before there's resurrections and new life and new things, the old has to go away. They have to be put to death. And so there's some things in your life and in my life that during the season, if we want newness to come in from the Lord, we have to put to death the old and separate ourselves from it spiritually so that we can be blessed. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to get an index card, and on one side of it, I want you to write down the thing that you're going to separate yourself from during this Lent season. And on the back side, you'll leave that open for right now. And as the Lord blesses you during this season, you'll just start jotting some of those things down. Hey, if this video has been helpful for you and you've enjoyed it, would you do me a favor and click the like button? If you haven't subscribed to the Rise Soul Center channel just yet, would you click subscribe and leave a comment? Maybe this video spoke to you and you want more information on what I can do during the Lent season. All you got to do is just put more information or more info in that comment section. I'll be sure to send you a link to a much bigger video. And so listen, I've enjoyed our time together today. Until we meet again, be blessed and keep blessing others.